Page 44, Gypsy Rondo. This is a theme from a piano trio by Haydn. Another very famous melody. Let's talk about it. It's in G major, 1 sharp, 4/4 time with a pickup beat. Now this got a lot of eighth notes in it, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and blah 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 blah. And let's look at right here at the beginning in the right hand with these eighth notes. This fingering is kind of a standard fingering for this type of a pattern. When you have this, what this is you have these thirds going down the keyboard, and they're alternating. You're alternating notes. Do this slowly and carefully, but eventually it'll be more or less automatic, because you'll get it in different pieces. And when you see this kind of a pattern, now there's more than one fingering for this pattern, but this pattern, the fingering is a good one that they're doing here, because you're staying in this position until the A, and then you're just coming down with 4th finger. Now you're in this position. Going on 2nd line, you're up here, and you do it again, sort of. But here they're saying 2-1. You have to alter it a little bit because of the black key. It gets in the way, so it's 3-1, 3-1, and then 2. Going on, watch, this is another sequence going up. So we're going to finger each pattern in that sequence the same. And now it's different. Thumb under, and just, these are chord. Now I don't like this fingering. Their fingering works. There's nothing wrong with it. This is the last line on page 44. Their fingering is okay. There are other ways of fingering this, but this is okay. Let's just go with this. Just keep in mind that all these eighth notes are slurred. You got to connect them. The staccatos come on the quarter notes, and I'll do the staccatos later. Now, the last 2 notes on the page, you're up here. It's basically the same thing you did on page 44, but an octave higher. Page 46 is a new section. There's a new musical theme. Goes into a minor theme. The key signature didn't change. They could have, but they've chosen to leave the key signature where it is and use accidentals. Oh goody. And then watch the fingering. 5/3, E flat. Yuck. I recommend on the fingering the first line. First measure's fine, but then the 4th, and then bring the 3rd down and play the C with the 3rd finger. And this way you can play the 2 little 16th notes with the 2nd finger, and I play those on the beat. So when we get to the left hand, this will come with the chord in the left hand here, and then thumb under for the C in the next line, and then follow their fingering. It's fine. And you're going to repeat that, thumb under. And then 3rd line down, it's basically the same thing, an octave higher. And now at the top of page 47, we're back to the original theme. It's a new section. Notice the double bar lines at the bottom of page 45. So we went back to section A again. And you're going to go through that whole melody, and then at the bottom you have the chords. You can do a 2/5 on the F sharp D if you don't want to do a 1. And they're fortissimo, very loud there. Oh goody. Let's talk left hand. Now all the stuff we want to hear is in the right hand, so you keep the left hand down, and it's staccato, short staccato, just a wrist staccato. The fingers are on the keys, and I'm just going down and bouncing off, like that. Then you get to the end of the 2nd line. Now it's legato. Follow this phrasing because it's different phrasing than the right hand, and it's important that the phrasing is different. Then the page 45 should be the same as page 44 because you're doing the same thing. The right hand goes up an octave, the left hand doesn't. It's just staying where it was. Then on page 46, when you get into the new section, we went into a minor here, so now it's a G minor chord, and these are staccatos. You have an accent on the next one. Whether you finger this way, the way they're showing, or 5-3-2, I'll leave that up to you. There. And then the third line down, same thing. Well, the left hand's just having a ball, ain't it? Just do it. And then page 47 is the same as what you've had before. Until the last two measures, the chords should not be a problem, I hope. Work it out one hand at a time. Make sure you got the fingering down because it gets tricky when you put the hands together. In the right hand at the beginning, you're legato, but you're staccato in the left hand. Now you used to. Now it's you lift up in the left hand between the phrase, but the right hand stays down. It's all connected. So watch this phrasing, and you have a crescendo there in the second measure. Come up a little bit. Then softly. Same phrasing again. Come down. You have a crescendo, decrescendo there. Top of page 46, when you go into the minor key in the new section, this is loud. That's the right hand that's loud. Keep the left. You have the staccatos and you have some accents on that second measure, so watch out. You can play a longer staccato with the accented note. You don't have to keep it short because not all staccatos are the same length. So here. Medium soft here. Now medium soft again. And then I have a poco rit. Poco ritardando means slow down a little bit. So, and then when you get to the top of page 47, there's an off tempo, and you're soft. You've gone back down to soft. So then you take off again. So the last measure on page 46 is here. And then it's all the same as what you've already had till you get down to the end. The last couple measures are those fortissimo chords. And they're staccatos, but these are long staccatos. Don't make them short because they're loud. So just look. It just claps the wrist on boom. It's not a harsh sound, it's a loud sound. So take it slow and careful and work it up slowly because it's actually allegro. It's kind of a fast piece. And how fast, again, you gotta watch out for your speed limit. How fast are you able to control all these eighth notes and play them accurately and evenly and under control and all that? That's your fast. So your fast and my fast ain't necessarily the same thing, so watch out. And the whole thing is basically the same speed. So when you get over to page 47, this is the same speed, it's just a different message.